Hey guys, I'm Dreamcastle, and welcome to the very first installment of my new series, WEEABOO Reviews. Basically, I'll be doing as the title suggests, reviewing anime that I personally love. And what better way to kick off this series than with one of my personal favorites, Tenshi na Konamaiki, or Cheeky Angel. Without further ado, let's jive right into this review. Based off the popular 1999 manga by Hiroyuki Nishimori, Cheeky Angel is a quirky comedy based around a 15-year-old tomboy beauty, Megumi Amatsuka. However, pretty early on, we realize things aren't what they seem, and it's revealed that Megumi was once, in fact, a boy. And yes, I know, I can hear it now. Oh, Nick, you're reviewing a gender bender manga. That's so weird. This is such a weird concept. Just let me explain. Trust me, it's good. Accompanied by his friend Miki, young Megumi was minding his own business until coming across a cloaked individual being harassed by several children. After Megumi saves him from his attackers, the cloaked stranger grants him with a gift. A book. And yes, rumors are true. Knowledge is power, for inside this book is a genie, willing to grant Megumi one wish. Immediately, the brash Megumi requests for the genie to make him into the manliest of all men. Mishearing the request, the genie turns him into the womanliest of all women. Ugh, that's a tongue twister. Thus, the plot thickens. And yes, though the plot might be hard for some to swallow, getting past it can introduce you to one of the most genuinely funny anime I've seen. Though the art style can be rough at times, being a 2001 anime, the writing still holds strong even to this day. And while Megumi is a pretty good main character, the supporting cast is what makes this show shine. Which brings me to the reason I adore this show to this degree. Genzo Soga. This character is fantastic. A once ruthless thug turned loyal puppy dog after falling in love with our main character, Megumi. Genzo's defining characteristic is his iron persistence. Being turned down time and time again by Megumi only fuels Genzo's motivation to date her even further. And slowly but surely, we see Megumi and Genzo's relationship blossom. This dynamic between these two characters is what makes the show work, and what reinforces the show's main themes of how Japanese culture views gender roles, and how to overcome them. Especially today, I believe these themes are extremely interesting, and it does a good job to challenge how we view society as a culture. I digress. Genzo, while traditionally dull, gives a good sense of comedic relief, and his overall passion makes it hard for us as an audience not to root for him. Continuing on, rounding out the rest of the main cast, we have Yasuda, the prideful pervert, Fujiki, the guy who just wants to be normal to an obsessive degree, Kobayashi, the one somewhat decent guy in the group, and of course, Megumi's childhood friend, Miki. On the surface, these characters may seem one-dimensional, as some of their tropes have been seen time and time again. However, the more you watch the series, the more you realize these characters are a subversion to our expectations. For example, at the beginning of the series, we see bits of the story through Fujiki's eyes, acting seamlessly as the straight man of the group. And while at times he definitely fits that role, more often than not, his obsessiveness to be normal makes him ironically less normal than those around him. The only main character in this series that I don't particularly care for is Miki. Though she has some interesting story elements later on, her overall character is on the same genius character writing as Princess Peach. Miki aside, the main cast is overall pretty strong. Their hilarious banter is a breath of fresh air. Anyways, I realize I haven't talked much about Megumi's character, and for good reason. If I were to go in depth on her character, I would risk spoiling much of the story, and I want you guys to watch it for yourself. To put it briefly, she's short-tempered and motivated to return to her old life. As I explained before, Megumi's dilemma is an interesting view on gender, and the situation she puts herself in challenges the notion of gender roles. Regardless, I'll let you guys watch it for yourself to see how she tackles it. Wrapping up this review, I'll give Cheeky Angel a solid 8 out of 10. The only reason I wouldn't put it higher is for its lackluster animation and a few story elements it can improve on. Though I realize this series can't help being so old, I do think it's in time for a remake. Especially now that gender is a widely debated topic, I think this series would fit well with its themes in today's pool of anime. The writing, characters, and themes in this show are fantastic, and I urge you to give it a try. It might not be for everyone, but I'll give you my word, it's an experience worth watching. That about finishes up this review. I hope you guys enjoy. Please consider hitting that sub button, notification bell, all that jazz. We're gonna have some dank content coming up in the future. Maybe some more reviews, some music, all kinds of stuff. So tune in next time.